Hello all, and welcome to another Midnight Cruiser, the Midnight Cruiser 8. So I've just finished my shift, worked 7 days in a row, late shifts. It's obviously after midnight now, and absolutely knackered. Doesn't stop me doing a midnight cruise. I had some requests wanting the midnight cruise, the old style, so might as well do that. Seeing off tomorrow, day off tomorrow, so I'll just sleep whenever, I'll go to bed whenever, get up whenever. But anyway, and at the Dundee Olympia car park, this is where I'm going to start the tour. The plan, or the cruise rather, the plan is to get from here, to drive from here to St Andrews. We'll use the dash cam, record the journey, and we're going to get to St Andrews and we look down there as well. It was a heck of a windy day today. Tay Road Bridge was closed earlier, but when I was bringing the bus back to the garage on the last journey, I saw the bridge was opened again for the maximum speed of 30 miles an hour, so here's hoping it'll still be open. Just take all the signs. You might see the flashing warning sign there. It's 30 mile an hour maximum, so at least I'll get across. It's not bad night. It's been a funny odd weather of the day. It's been very breezy, very windy, gusty in fact. I was bucketing with rain earlier today. It cleared up, but you never know if it's going to come back on again. The moon was out. It was a clear sky and the moon was crescent. I was hoping to see that from here. I'll show you that. What I might actually do is I'll get the lift right up to the top of this car park and I'll get the view from there and I'll see if we can get the moon as well. I'm just parked on the lower level at the moment, so I'm going to start my midnight cruise from here and I'll come back and I'll get to St Andrews and I'll just do the cruise in the boat in St Andrews. So I'm going to basically record the journey from here, Dundee, this is the Olympia Centre in Dundee, East Market. I'm going to go across the Tay Bridge to the Scottish town, St Andrews, which is in the Fife region of Scotland. When I get to St Andrews, we'll have a wee look around the St Andrews town centre. It'll be, well, it's 10 past midnight now. By the time I get there, it's going to be like probably after past. I mean, if I'm going to be at the top here to show you the view, it's going to be about 5 minutes to do that. So it's going to be well after 12:30. Right, so what I'll do then is I'll just switch the lights off, lock the car up, I'll get the lift up to the top of this Monastery car park and I'll show you the view from there. So, right at the top of the Dundee Olympia car park, multi-storey car park. Well, the moon's disappeared. Oh no, it has disappeared. Boo, I was hoping to show you that. It appeared earlier today, but it's a bit odd actually because the stars are always a clear night and the moon's gone. It was out earlier, so there it is. Oh no, it isn't. Or is it? Sorry, nope, it was my mistake. It isn't. It's a clock. That was just the clock tower, in case you didn't hear because of the wind blowing through the microphone. But this is looking out towards East Dock Street. You've got the Docks Oil, and you've got My Work, the bus depot, just down there at the east end of the Gallagher Retail Park, which is below me. East Dock Street runs all the way to Broughty Ferry. Then you got Tay Road Bridge, which is all lights on there. You can see the navigation of the maritime boats and ships and that. You could even see the big wheel, the sightseeing wheel as well. As a visitor to Dundee, it comes here in autumn again. And the red building, the red lights are well, the red lit up building, that's the Dundee train station, new rail station. It's not very clear, it keeps going out of focus a bit annoyingly, but and that's the Hilltown Multis at the bottom of the Hilltown. And behind that red light, that's Dundee Law. It's a mast that's on Dundee Law, which was an old extinct volcano. But no, it's pretty. The moon's. I saw it earlier, but can't see it now. So I'm going to get back down. Turn this camera off. Yeah, it's a pity because I just want to show you that, but never mind. I've got a bit of a view. You probably would have got blasted with the wind noise. So I'm just taking the easy way down, easy way up the stairs as well. Sometimes I take the stairs feeling fit, but I'm absolutely knackered, so I'm going to take the lift to make it easy for myself. And you'll notice these lights come on automatically as well. It's like energy saver lights, so everything's dark until you come in here and then the lights will come on. It's quite something to see that. Just follow the lights are just appearing on in front as you progressively make your way up. So the next clip will be the dashcam footage. Right, so I'm doing a voice audio over the dashcam footage. We're just leaving the Olympia car park and we're going to be head on to the east market gate. So it's basically coming out here, turning left onto the road that runs between Dock Street and Blackscroft. It took me a while to get this app on, this recording app, because of the daft adverts that they keep deliberately putting on. The ones when you hit the cross to try and remove them, that just puts you into another link regarding the advert. It's a pain in the neck, but that's what they're doing. They're forcefully putting these adverts in on apps to the point where you can't even use the app. It's ridiculous, unless you pay money to get them removed. And then later on down the line, they'll just put them on again for another fee to get them removed. So we're turning on to the bottom of Blackscroft, coming up for the Eastport roundabout. So I'm just hoping the voice audio here is going to be synced up. That's the problem with doing it this way. It takes a lot more time because I've got to sit and watch this, what you're seeing, and do the voice audio at the same time. So it takes more time for me to do that. The earlier old school Midnight Cruisers were like this. So we're just turning, well, waiting on these lights turning to green. We'll head on to Dock Street, and we're going eventually to the Tay Road Bridge, passing the Vauxhall dealer on the left, where I went there to have a test drive of cars and that. City Quay on the left, old bus station, and Seagate bus station on the right. You won't see much because the camera's not covering it. Custom House on the left, we just passed there. Mind you, if this is all a cycle, it will make much sense, but never mind. It's just to break the boredom. Just hear me blethering on. Right, so we're on, coming up to the Tay Road Bridge. £30mph speed limit because of the restrictions. The bridge closes more often these days in the wind. Never used to. If it was really windy, they would bring the speed limits down and they wouldn't be open for high-sided vehicles. But now they just seem to close it altogether, much more frequently than what they used to do. A lot more frequent. Then you've got to go, if you want to get to Fife, you've got to go via the Friarton Bridge, which is at Perth. So that's a good 20 miles from Dundee to Friarton Bridge, and then another 20 miles from the Friarton Bridge back to this point near the other end of the Tay Road Bridge. So it's a 40-mile round trip. So if you were coming back from Fife and you want to get to Dundee and the bridge is shut, you have to go to Friarton Bridge and then come back via the A90. That's a 40-mile round trip, or additional trip, 40 miles at least. So although you should get warnings on the digital signs further back on the route to warn if the Tay Road Bridge is closed, and it will divert you to, I think it's A91 or something, M90. But like I say, the bridge has been closing a lot more frequent, and the winds, I mean, I remember it when it was really breezy. The bridge would still be open, but they would reduce the speed for all vehicles except high-sided vehicles. High-sided vehicles wouldn't be allowed across. That was more common, but now, as I say, they just closed the bridge completely. And the frustration of one time I was wanting to get to the stock car banger racing in Fife. I was leaving Dundee, planning on going over the bridge to get there on time, found out it was shut, and I had to make a detour, go all the way back along the M90, and missed the first bit of the race. I wasn't too impressed with that light, but. And I remember, if that was going back maybe 15 years prior to that, it would have been open for sure, and they just would have reduced the speed limit to 30. But anyway, I'm just moaning. So you're near the end of the Tay Road Bridge, 1.5 miles long approximately. Going towards Fife, it's going up a slight gradient. You won't notice it, but it does actually go up slightly. You could actually see it at a distance that the bridge goes up from the Dundee end to the Fife end. And you feel it as well if you're cycling the bridge. You feel it's harder cycling to Fife. And you'll find it's easier going back to Dundee because you're going down the gradient. So we're coming up the I'm driving up the A92. There's an Indian food takeaway at the end of this road. It's quite unusual because it's just in the middle of nowhere kind of thing. Just before it gets to the circle here. So the left lane's for turning left, and the right hand side lane is for going straight on to continue along the A92 southbound. In this particular part of the road. That was a brown sign for Scotland's secret bunker, by the way. Yeah, we just whizzed past it, but that's an old nuclear bomb shelter for the Cold War. It's called Scotland's secret bunker, it's called. It's a tourist attraction now. I've been to it many times. Well, that Indian restaurant takeaway place, I just whizzed past there on the left. Forgot to point out here. So we're in the circle, turning left onto the A914. So So I'm driving along the A914. So 50 mile an hour limit this road. It goes down to 40 later on with the sharp bends. It used to be national speed limit for a single carriageway at one time, I remember it, which was of course 60 miles an hour, but they reduced the speed limit down to 50, and now they've reduced it in certain areas down to 40. But just up to 40 now. And yet there's country roads and country lanes out there that have the national speed limit on them that are far more hazardous than this. But anyway, it's just so coming into St Michael's shortly. Oh no, it's not. It's a wee bit on yet. There's a wee bit on yet. So while I was driving this, I had that was Peckleham, I think that was Peckleton or something. Peckleton. I just passed it. There's a signpost anyway. Just well, I'll mention that. Try and mention it. Peckleton or something. Bugger it. I'm just looking at the map just to get the spelling. Doesn't matter, just go and look on Google and you'll find it. It starts with a P. Pickleton, I don't know what, but I just saw the sign, but anyway, just dwelling on, never mind. Now we're coming into St Michael's Inn. Big crossroads that they passed through. So like I say, I was driving along there with the microphone off because the dashcam microphone's rubbish, and anyway I couldn't really do much with it because I had the radio on. It just would have been copyright strike because I had copyright music playing on the radio, so I quite enjoyed it actually. I enjoyed driving around in the quiet roads and just unwind after working 7 days back to back shifts, 4-day week duties because I work 4-day weeks. But in instances you could be working 7 days in a row. So we're coming into, let's see that. St Michael's Inn on the right, I think. You maybe just make that out. St Michael's Inn, oh, it's past now. We're just still continuing along, but we're actually just going on to the A919. Because at that intersection there, that big junction at St Michael's, that's where the road splits. So if I was to turn right, I would have been following the A914. But I'm continuing on in this direction, which joins onto the A919. So that's the road now. That's the road I'm currently driving on. So I'm just sitting here in my room with a cup of coffee watching this, just blethering into the phone just to stick some voice audio on top of the music just to try and take away the, well, I don't know, just to break the silence I guess. Hopefully some interesting or helpful stuff. Yeah. Anyway, who cares? You either watch it or you don't, it's up to you what you think of it. That's Lookers we're coming into coming into Lookers. Lookers RAF base, which is further on. Turning right here. This mini roundabout. Continue along the A919, and on the buildings and houses on the left are for the RAF accommodation, Lookers branch. Yeah, I'm not going to see much, but that's where they are anyway. You see the big fence, you might just see the fence on the left. Cordons the area off for the RAF personnel, Lookers. There's the airstrip. So on the right there, the lights on the right hand side is the Lookers rail station. It's Lookers railway on the right hand side. It's just placed past. And shortly we'll be coming into Guard Bridge. Guard Bridge. There used to be a paper mill factory on Guard Bridge, but it's closed down. The building's still there, as you will see. So you would have probably spotted that sign there, the MOD Ministry of Defence. And on the left, that was the sign posted for that. Guard Bridge. Guard Bridge. Guard Bridge. So the background music I've just had to select what it was on the file just to fill in the fill the time that it's going to take, the duration. So I just had to select randomly. That's the building on the left, the old Guard Bridge paper mill. What was, I think it's flats now or something. Something like that. I'm not quite percent sure what it all is, but it's what it used to be anyway. Guard Bridge paper mill. So we're just continuing on until we get to this double roundabout, mini roundabout. We'll just continue on for a wee bit yet. First of the mini roundabout, just left here. Cross over the bridge. Cross the bridge. It's the water that runs from the Eden north. With the River Eden. That bridge we have crossed over, I think. So just left Guard Bridge. St Andrews. St Andrews has got a golf museum. It's a big golfing kind of place as well. Loads of, well, it's pretty big on golf. There's also, it's big on the universities as well. Lots of students go to St Andrews. St Andrews has its own, it's got a big abbey as well, which worth looking into. It's got a historical harbour as well. It's got a lovely beach. I like it anyway. So, big long beach. It's a big road that goes right along it. Drive through, like you drive the length of it. There's the road that goes along the length of it that you could park at certain points and get out and have your picnics and go for a wander on the beach. If it's a hot day, go for a swim, whatever. Do whatever you want, really. But it's a big beach. Nice views. St Andrews has also got like a kind of, is it a deep sea world or something? It's basically where you would go in, you would see all this marine life and stuff. It's got its, I don't know if it's called the deep sea world, but it's got like an aquarium with different marine life in it, which isn't far from the beach. Obviously got loads of golf shops and stuff like that relating to golf. It's won quite a lot of awards for the beach as well. It's quite an impressive beach. But we won't be seeing that tonight, that's for sure. We won't be going to the beach tonight. I'm just going to be going straight into the centre of St Andrews where it's lit up, and I'll show you some of the high street and the main sort of town centre streets. So what you would do is you would pause the video when you see these brown signs, and if you want to try and make out what it says. Now, if I remember correctly, that coach, I followed it all the way in to the centre of St Andrews, just by coincidence. It just happened to be going, or because it's in front of it, I should rephrase that. I just happened to be going where it's going. That's where it ends up anyway. But I end up, because it's in front, it's going to the town, and behind it, I happen to be going the same way, so. Just on the outskirts of St Andrews. That was another sign, just a couple of signs back there for the Scotland's secret bunker. I recommend going, it's interesting. You go right down this big tunnel. It's obviously bomb proof, radioactive proof. It was would have been an underground shelter for governments and that, should there have been a nuclear attack during the Cold War. And it was basically designed for that, and lots of provisions for survival down there for months. But it's not open to the public, so you could, if you want, go and have a look. I've been a few times, it's quite interesting. I can't really give you much details on where it is at the moment, but just stick it in Google, you'll find out on Google what it's about. And if you want directions, just go to Google Maps, and if you've got a sat nav, that'll help you get there. But I recommend going, it's, if you're into that sort of stuff, like underground bunkers and that, it's quite good, authentic. Well, it's not like a reenactment, it's the real deal. It's authentic because it's the real thing. It's just been made into a museum. It goes into different sort of time zones it shows you 70s artifacts and stuff, like technology, switching gear, and what it was like in the 70s. Because a lot of stuff was designed, even before that, in the 60s as well. I think they declassified it in the 90s, so it's a bit of a time capsule. Anyway, we're in St Andrews now. On the left is that big building with I think that's the St Andrews Theatre, if I remember right. I think it's past that, but the theatre's in that road anyway, so just go back a bit on the left, you'll see it. And Just up the end of this road where the St Andrews Abbey is. Where the bus is braking, it's coming for that sharp corner, and the Abbey's just straight ahead. I don't know how well it's going to come out in here, but it's right up in front now. It's obviously all darked over. It's like a ruin kind of thing, but it's preserved ruin. That archway up ahead, if you follow that road down there, it takes you to the historic harbour. The archway we just passed. And this is just following the road round in the opposite direction, heading into the town centre of St Andrews. So just straight over the mini roundabout, and I think it's South Street in St Andrews. Lovely lights and the Christmas light up, decorative lights, and the trees were quite impressive. Really like that. Yep, just continue along this road. It's just like the main town centre, main road through St Andrews. That coach just parks up on the left, because I had a wee look at it. I like buses and a bus spotter, so naturally I had to have a wee look at it. I don't know what the model is off the top of my head, but it looked quite a smart coach anyway from what I saw. So just heading in. A lot of shops and that on St Andrews on the right and left. The St Andrews universities are not overly far from the centre of St Andrews. It's like St Andrews Universities, it's renowned for it. The bus station's up ahead as well there, just down the end of this road on the left. This is, what was it, Bell Street I think. It's got these lovely Christmas lights. There was lots of drunks by the way that night. Lots of party, people coming out from parties and that, loads of them. That takeaway on the right hand side is where I go for a pizza, as you'll see there. Oh, it was pretty rowdy. There was loads of party people in there. They even put the music on. It was like a wee disco. Yeah. They're even inside the pizza place. That's a kebab shop as well. So I'm turning right here along this cobbled road. I can't remember what it's called, but it's another one of the town centre roads with the shops and that. I can't remember what it was called. I do remember mentioning it on the video, so just keep watching. I'll show you what it is. I just can't remember off the top of my head. It was like a lovely water fountain in the middle of the road up ahead. It was a fountain of some sort. It was in this island circle. You've got to drive around it like a kind of mini roundabout. And straight in front at 12 o'clock is one of the chippers. Sells quite nice food, but you get nice fish and chips out there, but it's quite expensive as well. As I sit in the restaurant, can't mind the name off the top of my head, but I've been there a couple of times. I've sat inside it as well, and I've done a takeaway. A wee bit dear, but you have to wait. I'm not even going to bother checking what the name is. It's not overly important, no. At the time, because this is going to be to end. The voice audio is going to be to end, because that's where I park up. So there's no more driving footage after this. So thanks for watching this bit. Watch the rest of the video. The chipper was called Cromer's Chipper on Union Street in St Andrews. Right, so I'm in St Andrews. It's quite nice, it's quite well lit up actually. Past the Abbey there on the way in. The coach was in front. Must have followed us quite a bit. I don't know the names of the streets here. I saw a lot of food takeaways, so I might get something to eat. Not any, I'm getting a bit peckish now. So I'll turn the camera on and show you the. It's not actually overly quiet. It's quiet, but there are still people about. And it's a bit later. It's 5 to 1 in the morning. But I did set off a wee bit later. So past at the moment. It's quite nice, isn't it? It's obviously no open just a little bit. Florgans. So I passed the hot food takeaway shop as I was driving along there, hoping it's still open. A little bit peckish. I'm just kind of treating myself because I'll get to the other street as well. I'll get a bit of footage of that for you. It's actually called Market Street. That's where I've just came along. Parked just at the end there. Shop that I passed, it's a pizza place, so I might go back in there. What I'm going to do is just head along to get a footage of the street, the other street that I drove along. That'll be the High Street, I think. And then I'll go back there and get something to eat. So that's Bell Street that I've just walked along, St Andrews. This is, I think, the main street. Looks like there's a nightclub on or something, or South Street actually. St Andrews South Street. And just at the end there is where the Abbey is. And there's like another archway sort of at the end of this other end of the road there you've got to get through. Obviously the big vehicles won't get through that because it's height restricted. Admiring this nice coach as well. Not 100% sure what model it is. But it's quite swanky. Me being a bus spotter and all that, I should want to know what that is, of course. Just going to head along Bell Street again to that pizza place, and we're going to get that something out of there. And I'll probably just eat it in my car and then head back home after that. I'll run the video off when I get back in the car. So there's certainly plenty of pubs open still and quite a bit of activity. And it's 1:05 in the morning. It's a Wednesday morning. What's that, be the 2nd of November? Well, technically it was the 3rd of November, isn't it? Because it's after midnight. But you could say very late Tuesday, but it's Wednesday, isn't it? Technically. So, lovely place. Lots of shops, big university here in St Andrews as well. Right, I'm going to get something ordered up. I'm going to treat myself to a pizza. Big boss of order up a 10-inch margarita pizza.
I'll take 10-inch margarita.
It's a happy bunch in there anyway, that's for sure. Cheers. Right, so I'll get myself a my car and I'll get that scoffed. Right, this is back in the car. I'm going to be to get tucked into this Italian pizza. I'll show you what it's like. So it's nothing too fancy, just a basic pizza margarita. A nice slice of this. One on their menu, the smallest one. I wasn't overly hungry, but yeah, so I'll get that finished, and then I'll get back to Dundee, back home, and I'll get my bed. It's about what time is it now? Geez, 25 to 2 in the morning, so by the time we get this finished, back to Dundee will be well after 2 o'clock. That wasn't a bad wee cruise. If I remember, I'll put the voice audio, you know, through the driving scenes and that, and go through the route as well, you know. It must have been a nightclub or something. There's a lot of students and that went in there. Loud music, partying and disco and that. Yeah, in the zone, so to speak. That party mood. So that was good of them. So, one of the staff took a picture of us next to the, you know, the big sign, like the shop sign. Happy bunch. Yeah. Well, stuck into this. So what I'll do is I'll just round the video off now. That's pretty much it. So hope you enjoyed it. Just stay tuned, see what else I put up. I'll do more of these. It was actually a request. I got stuff in the comments wanting me to do an old school midnight cruiser, so I thought I'd do it off the morning. Second what? I'll stay at the night, eh? So never mind doing that. Okay, right, I'll catch you later, right? See you later. Bye for now. Actually, I got the date wrong. Sorry, before I go. It's late Wednesday night, the 2nd of November 2022. Or you could say technically it's early hours of Thursday, the 3rd of November 2022. So I've got said the wrong date. So it's very late Wednesday night or early hours Thursday. Technically it's early hours Thursday. Thursday, the 3rd of November. Right. Bye for now.